Hi guys, this is Tom from Outsole.com. Today I'm going to do an unboxing video of very special boots in front of you, which is called Dievier's Nomad Heritage Boots. Now it comes in a really nice looking box with a handle as well, and a bit of a burgundy-ish, brownish colored box, which I was very impressed to see when I opened the box that was covering this. And I always wanted to try a Mexican-made boots, because I've heard that Mexico has one of the best boot makers in the world. Obviously, being in the UK or living in the UK, just didn't really have a chance because Mexico is one very far away, and also UK also has very good boot makers. So naturally, I just wasn't exposed or didn't really have a chance. However, Dievier seems to be very affordable, and also they're just in very good quality, so I really wanted to try them out, and I ordered them online and got them. So this is Dievier's Nomad Heritage in black rough out leather. Let me open this and show it to you. So yeah, as I've said, nice looking handle here, which is a good touch because it just looks more fancy in a way. I opened this already to try them out. The boots are covered in plastic bags, and something I noticed straight away is that the smell of the boots is actually very strong. It's not a bad smell per se, but it's a leather kind of smell. So this is the boot that I got outside of the box. Let me explain from the upper leather and upper construction design. Now the Heritage model is a bit different from the previous Nomad that they offer on their website currently as well. It seems to be that it's a bit of a work boot related or their take on work boot compared to the Nomad, which was more city or sleek kind of a look. You can already tell that from the shape of the last. While the Nomad Heritage offers a more rounder last, the other version offers a almond toe last, which is a bit more sleek. The upper leather is holded by quadruple layers of stitching, while the other Nomad has 2 layers of stitching, and you can see a lot of stitching going around in the stress area. The biggest difference also comes from the mock toe. While the normal Nomad seems to have a 2 panel of leather joined together to form a mock toe design, you can see there used to be some kind of stitching going around horizontally or vertically, depending on how you want to say it, but it's not there anymore. But you can kind of see there was or used to be a mark that holds them together. So I think this is one panel of leather on the vamp with a different kinds of a mock toe design. So it's interesting to see if you're trying to buy which model of, so the Heritage model or their normal Nomad model. So that's the biggest difference, and I'm not going to talk about the previous model anymore. Moving on to the upper leather, this is black rough out leather. This is a reverse side of the cowhide. So if you have the top side, which is smooth, the bottom side of, well, the reverse side is a bit more rough, and you can see all the leather suede or like a nip of the leather, and the upper leather seems to be lightly waxed, and it does say on the website that it's lightly waxed. You can kind of feel the waxy feel to it. It's not bad. Also, it will be a good protection if you're gonna wear them to any of the work environment. So I think they were aiming for that. The thickness of the upper leather is 2.4 to 2.6 millimeters. It's pretty thick compared to some of the other boot makers that were in trouble recently for having too thin leather. Now, the quality of the boot doesn't get determined by how thick your leather is. However, if you're paying $300 to $400 for a pair of boots, you sometimes want your boots to be well made and durable. And I think these are definitely covering that aspect. As I mentioned, there's a lot of stitching going on everywhere. In most cases, it could be a bad or good news, but when it comes to quadruple stitching like this, I think it's a very good news, and it will be very, very durable. If you're interested, Dievier also offers these kind of boots in different leather, in smooth leather or like a pull-up leather with like a brown color, or something that's similar to maybe Red Wings mock toe, like a brown, smooth, orange, amber color leather as well on their website. So please check them out if these look really good to you. There's a lot of leather going on as well inside of the boot. The inside is leather lined, and the tongue is also made of the same leather, which is very good to see. Sometimes the brand doesn't do that, but I think it's a good touch. And I've taken out the insole. It has a removable foam based insole, which is squishy. Obviously this will collapse or get flat as you wear them more, but it's removable. So if you really want to switch these with, for example, orthopedic kind of insoles, it's possible. And the inside has a lasting board, which is made of leather, veg tan leather. I know it's hard to tell from the video, but yeah, it does have a veg tan leather inside as well. So the upper construction is made of mostly of leather except for the insoles. There's 7 eyelets, which is made of brass and gives a cotton, waxed cotton laces as well. Something I really enjoy when I buy boots is also a pull tab that helps you to put on the boots. Sometimes some brands don't have that, and it could be a nightmare to put them on, could not be. It really depends, but I prefer to see pull tab. But some people hate it because, you know, your trousers sometimes get stuck there, and it gives a bit of a slanted look, and some people hate that. So I don't have trousers or jeans that have narrow openings so that it gets stuck there, but it still gets sometimes, you know, stuck there. So if you like them or not, it really depends on your style. Moving on to the outsoles. The outsoles are 360 Goodyear welted. That means if you wear them through the outsole, you can always replace the outsole or midsoles as well with your local cobbler, and keep your boots alive. Also, something really good to see, if I zoom in, you can see a double layer of leather on the outsole part. So this will be the welt, which is also made of leather, and the midsole is also made of leather. So it will over time mold to your feet, and it'll just give more comfort as you wear them more and more. So there's a lot of leather, as I've said, used, while the boots are only costing $180. There's a lot of different brands that probably offers less quality boots with more expensive price. But I think 180, I think this is a very good, like, there's a lot of leather which will be very durable and last you a very long time. The outsole is made of PU, or polyurethane outsole. On the website it does say slip and oil resistance if your work requires that kind of a characteristics for your boots. I can't really tell if this is going to be, you know, durable or like long lasting because I never tried wearing them, but I know that polyurethane is sometimes used. I know there are different kinds, but used to make tires, and I hope that this is gonna last me a long time. Something also interesting for the brand is that if you really wanted to have different outsoles, they do offer switch outs or add-ons, for the outsoles. You can pay $40 to $70 more to switch these out for Vibram outsoles, or like leather stacked heeled outsoles with Vibram midsoles with Vibram outsoles as well. So please have a look if you're interested. And I think it's a pretty good deal if you want to pay $40 more for a outsole that you're more familiar with, because the outsole itself will cost probably like $10 to $20, and they need to make some margin, and also the labor that goes into making, you know, changing the outsole, so like a new outsole. So I think it's a good deal in my opinion, if you really wanted a different kinds of outsoles. Now this is only the initial impression of the boots, and I do think that they look really good, and I'm going to try them on and then show you guys on the video after this. But I'm very happy with what they offer in terms of $180, and the boots look really good compared to other brands that are more expensive. I'm not talking about any specific brand at this moment. Could be like some brands that you never heard of as well. But for $180, I think it's very worth it. The downside is you can definitely see the quality control, or well, I don't think this is a super big issue, but you can see that some part of the boot is maybe the finishing is not super duper on point. But you know, you're not paying like a lot of money for people to like work on this for a long time, and this is not gonna have any impact on your boots. While it's just a rolled top for the neck area of the boot, and other than that, I don't see any quality control issues. The welt joining part is also very like, it's very well made, not gonna lie here, because I've seen other brands that has like really bad welt joint up on the side, but yeah, I don't see any problem there. And I don't see any. Let me show you the other pair, but I don't see any bad quality. I think this is better made on the neck here, but I don't see anything wrong with the boot. It's a very handsome boot. Maybe if I really have to pick out something that might bother me, but also probably not, because I'm gonna wear the boot. You can see the toe box protruding a bit, but it could be different from different pair. But obviously this is a stress area where it will bend, so it's not gonna be a problem long term, and it's just gonna blend in with the natural crease of the boot. So I'm not worried about that either. So overall, I'm very happy with Dievier's Nomad Heritage boot, and I think it's a very solid boot that's really well made. I would definitely recommend for anyone who is looking to buy a pair of boots that's under $200. It will cost you a bit more to ship to the UK or other countries because you have to pay VATs and etc. But I still think this is worth in terms of how it's priced at the moment in 2025. And yeah, I think that's my first impression. I'll wear them more, and maybe I'll compare them with how they wear with the mock toe boots from Red Wing. Obviously, it looks very similar, but also not at the same time of how it's designed. So I think it will be a good comparison in the future if I wanted to show you the difference between the two. Anyway, guys, this is Tom from outsole.com. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions about the boots, let me know in the comment section. Bye bye.